Welcome everyone to our very first Power Rangers live stream for Fan First Friday. Now we did do a video for a Fan First Friday a couple months ago where we revealed a few different Lightning Collection figures and roleplay items, but that video got such good feedback that we decided to come back and to do this Fan First Friday live. So thank you guys for coming out here. And again, since it's live, please excuse us for any, mess ups. But we're going to do our best, and we're really excited that you guys are here with us today. So before we jump into things, I just wanted to introduce ourselves. So first up, my name is John, and I'm a marketer on the Power Rangers brand here at Hasbro. So I just joined the brand earlier this year, and it's honestly been so awesome being a part of this process with Power Rangers. It's a brand that I grew up with. I was an enormous fan of Power Rangers when I was a kid. I used to watch all of the episodes from the first few seasons on VHS because, of course, we didn't have it on demand in the 90s, and I must have burnt through so many tapes just constantly rewinding those VHS after I'd record them from TV. So anyway, getting to relive my childhood and help build these figures has just been so much fun and so awesome. But today, I'm not here alone. I am joined by a Power Rangers sculptor and a huge fan himself, Corey.
Hi guys, I'm Corey, and I'm the 3D sculptor for Power Rangers action figures. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here today and reveal all the cool stuff we have, as well as just talk about the Power Rangers figures with you. I've been the sculptor on Power Rangers figures since the start of the Hasbro line, and it has been amazing to be part of this line from the ground up. As with John, I grew up watching Power Rangers, and when I saw the colorful superheroes, the over-the-top monsters, giant mechs, and explosions, it totally caught my imagination. And then once I started getting the toys, I spent hours in just action-packed play with those figures. Now that I'm an adult and I get to work on these figures, it's amazing. I get to inspire the imaginations of the next generation of kids that are experiencing Power Rangers for the first time. As well as it's nice that I get to make the figures the way I want them to be in my collection too.
Yeah, that's really what's so awesome about being that Hasbro on an action brand is building and being a part of the process of building these toys for kids and for the kid that you were to build these toys that you would have wanted to play with, but at the same time to build these toys for what you would want to pose and display on your shelf. It's so cool to have that control.
Absolutely.
So anyway, that's us. Nice to meet you all. Thank you for joining us here. So now that you know who we are, let's get into Lightning Collection. We're going to talk a little bit about this awesome series and line of figures in that 6-inch scale that has really turned out to be a hit with all of you. And with that premium deco and with that awesome articulation, we really love it. And you know what? You guys really love it.
All right, and it's not just you guys. I love the Lightning Collection. There is probably nothing that I am more passionate about than articulated action figures. And honestly, there are few brands better suited for great figures as Power Rangers is. And so when we first started the Lightning Collection, we had a few important tenets that we wanted to adhere to with the line. The main pillar we wanted to follow is that we wanted to stay true to the brand, what Power Rangers is, and be realistic with it. But when you think about Power Rangers, it's more than teens in spandex, rubber suit monsters. It sparks the imagination. It allows you to see more than what was even on screen. So we thought about it from a different angle. And how do you remember Power Rangers? And what is the realism that an 8-year-old sees when they're watching it? And then it's all just sort of clicked into place for us. We wanted to take the Lightning Collection and make it idealized, make it the best version of what you saw on screen to really emphasize the heroicness of these heroes, the villains, and the monsters. The other thing that we wanted to always keep true with Lightning Collection is to make them fun to pose and to play with. I've literally spent hours just talking about articulation, and I'm sure I've bored so many people with it, but I am so proud of the Lightning Collection. Honestly, what you guys have been able to do with it, being able to get on social media and see all the pictures of the Lightning Collection from professional toy photographers to just setting up a few figures on your kitchen table, it is clear that you guys love playing with the Lightning Collection, and that brings me so much joy, and it pushes all of us to make these figures better and better.
Talking about articulation for hours, boring? No, that's not possible.
Right?
No, but in all seriousness, though, the Lightning Collection, to Corey's point, is so cool because it's that idealized version of these Power Rangers. And exactly as he said, it's as you remember them, but it's also as you experience them as an adult, too. That's what Power Rangers is all about, that over-the-top heroicness. So rest assured, we're going to be continuing to bring these awesome characters to life in this iconic Lightning Collection scale with all their awesome weapons, all of their crazy accessories. So now that we've talked about how much you guys love Lightning Collection, how much we love Lightning Collection, why don't we see some Lightning Collection? Yeah? All right, let's jump into the reveals. What we're going to show you guys today is our mainline assortment of the Lightning Collection figures. So these are the fall wave of figures that you're going to be seeing hitting shelves this September. That being said, you will be able to see them online at Hasbro Pulse and other retailers for pre-order starting today after we reveal them. So definitely check them out. The first reveal we have up is the in-space Yellow Ranger herself.
All right, so yeah, for our first reveal, we have the first In-Space Ranger being added to the Lightning Collection. In-Space is one of our favorite series around the office, so we knew we would be getting these characters in sooner than later, and we feel that Ashley was a perfect place to start. She is coming on the female buck with full articulation, the butterfly shoulders, double jointed knees, 2 points of articulation in the torso, really allowing you to capture some awesome dynamic poses. She does also come with the standard issue Astro Blaster that does fit into her holster on her belt. And of course, she comes with the unhelmeted portrait sculpt of Ashley as she looked in the show. She does come with 2 grip hands, a fist, and a open chop hand, so you can really get some fun action fighting scenes. But the In-Space Yellow Ranger has one of the coolest accessories in all of Power Rangers. We had to include it, the Star Slinger. Sci-fi slingshot that is just so cool and super fun. And then we also wanted to create an all-new blast effect piece to attach to the Slinger to really bring its power and its action to life.
Oh my God, so awesome. I mean, talking about idealized and heroic versions of things. Powerful slingshot with blast effects, that thing's so crazy and cool. So the next thing up that we have to review is one of Tommy Oliver's many Ranger roles, the multi-Ranger himself, the Zeo Red Ranger.
All right, yes. So this one is just awesome because I love the Zeo costumes. Being able to mix the bright colors with the gold design accents and how the Ranger numbers reflect the geometric shapes on their helmet, it's pure art. But also, curious, what are some of your favorite Ranger costumes specifically? Put them down in the chat. There's been so many great ones through the years. I'm sure that some will rise to the top. All right, so this figure is looking awesome. And it comes with the Zeo Pod Sword and the laser pistol. And we've created now another new blast effect for it that can just attach to any of the Zeo pistols. Both of the pistol and sword are able to be sheathed in his belt. And this is not our first Tommy figure. So with every release that we do, we try and make it a little bit better than the one before. So for this one, we have an all-new portrait sculpt for Tommy to really showcase his look in Zeo with his hair down and a slight smile, looking very heroic. All right, and then the best part for last, he comes with his iconic Star Saber, just looking super cool.
That Star Saber is so good. I love that hilt. It's so cool. And you know what? Tommy does. He pulls it off. He does it in every Ranger color he rolls with. I mean, this is probably not my favorite. I think Black Ranger Tommy is probably my favorite role, but why don't you guys let us know what your favorite Tommy is in the comments below. But I mean, you know, red, black, white, green, the dude he kills it. So speaking of those different Rangers, and specifically speaking of those Black Rangers, let's jump into our next reveal, a classic himself, the original Black Ranger of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
All right, awesome. We know that the classic Black Ranger has been a must-have for all Lightning collectors, myself included. And so we are so happy to be able to bring this figure to you guys of Zach in his classic costume that will, just fit in perfectly with the rest of your collection. Just looking super cool. And so for this figure, we were also able to do an all-new Blade Blaster in its dagger form that was not released previously. And he comes with the Blade Blaster in its blaster configuration as well, both of which can fit into his holster. And of course, he comes with the Power Axe, iconic to the Black Ranger, that can be converted from the axe configuration to the Power Blaster configuration as well. We've created a blast effect piece for it that this time is being molded in a transparent pink with a metallic fleck molded into plastic. Catches the light and looks amazing in hand. The Power Blaster can also connect to the other MMPR weapons to create the Mega Blaster, of course. But as with Tommy, this is not the first Zach we've done. And so, and so we were also able to create an all-new portrait for Zach with his braids hairstyle and a sly smirk to really bring this character to life.
Oh my God, he's so cool. The Power Axe was always my favorite weapon, so it's really cool to see it in its, Lightning Collection form. He's definitely at the top of my list as well to get. That being said, even with the Power Axe, I don't know that Zach could have ever gone 1v1 against this next guy, Goldar.
Alpha, Power Rangers, come in. This is Jason.
Yes, keep calling your friends, because without them you're nothing. But then you are only human, and no mere human is a match for Goldar, who must now obey the call of his Empress. I may still toy with you before I dispose of you, and then again, I may not.
That's right, the humanoid Manticore, Golden Warrior of both Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed himself.
I am so excited for this figure, guys. I loved Goldar as a kid. His look, his armor, his voice, it was just perfect for making an imposing general for Rita and Zed. And also, I want to take a second to talk about Goldar because he's the perfect example for what I was talking about earlier about idealizing the character for the figures. We're able to take his look from the show and exaggerate it a bit and stylize it a bit to really bring him to life, to show him as you remembered him, big, scary, and badass. So for the release of this figure specifically, he does not come with his wings because this is the earlier version before Zed freed his wings. So instead, he does come with the little winglet pieces that are articulated on a pivot piece. He does also come with 2 grip hands, a fist, and an evil hand for his maniacal laughter. He does come with his giant sword, this time updated with a new sculpt to show the more ornate hilt with the lion heads on the handguard. We have also created now a new blast effect piece of fire spiraling up the blade. This is honestly one of my favorite of the effect pieces. Really just adds some cool, intimidating presence for him. And so we're also curious, what are some of your favorite effect pieces? What pieces do you feel really bring your characters to life? Add that down in the chat. I also just really love him in this pose, make him feel intimidating and imposing. But the best part about this release of him is his golden armor. See if I could showcase this a little bit better for you. So with this release, we've really tried to punch up the color of the gold and make it feel a little deeper, a little more vibrant, and a little more alive. We're also able to hit it with a dark wash color in the deco to bring out all of the beautiful sculpt detail on this one and make it feel lived in and, importantly, battled in. You don't want this guy to have pristine armor. He's had way too many battles with the Rangers for that.
Oh man, Goldar's so awesome. I am Goldar! He's so good with that golden armor. I love it. The hilt effects and that fire spiral. Oh, that figure is definitely one of my favorites that we're coming out with. I'm going to have to get it right away. All right, guys. That's it for our mainline reveals. Remember, these are coming out this September. So they'll be hitting shelves near you, but you can pre-order them again today. So go up to Hasbro Pulse, pop that in your URL link, and go check them out. Before we go, though, today, we wanted to give just one chance to really talk to you guys. We asked you guys to submit some questions this week over on Hasbro Pulse and over social media, just so we could have this opportunity to answer those questions. So why don't we jump right into it?
Awesome.
Will you open up for fan polls so we can have a fan vote figure? You know what? I can take that one. This is a great idea. This is something we've seen executed by some of our sister brands here at Hasbro. And honestly, working on Power Rangers, one of the best parts and strengths of the Power Ranger Nation is our diversity. And staying in touch with you guys and with the fans and listening to what your favorite characters are, your favorite seasons, and everything about that is a big part of what makes what we do in Lightning Collection so special. So please continue to stay active online and let us hear your voices. We love to hear your stories and your feedback. To that point, a fan vote would be a very exciting idea for us to consider in the future. So next up, we've got MMPR is a great season, but we have seen a ton of product for it. Are you guys going to move on from MMPR ever? Fair enough. The thing is, MMPR, that whole Zordon era, has been such an instrumental part in establishing both the Power Ranger universe and canon and our own Lightning Collection. But we do recognize that our fan base has a diversity of tastes and a wide range tastes for their characters and for the seasons. And everyone has that sort of unique experience about when they came into the brand the first time and what it was that they really think of as their original Power Rangers. So recognizing that, we've got to say that since MMPR is still so important to the overall canon, we're still going to see so many great characters and villains from that series. But moving forward, we're at the same time going to be cognizant of the fact that some of your favorite and greatest heroes and villains do come from other parts of the Power Rangers history. So what do we have next? How do you choose Power Ranger seasons for Lightning Collection? Corey, you want to take that one?
Yeah, no problem. When we're developing when we're developing the line, our team looks across the full year and tries to build out a story for a consumer rather than release, just a bunch of one-off characters or scattershot through the 25 years of history. We're looking at ways to link characters and teams together to encourage full team collections. One of the most magical things about Power Rangers is the unique moments that have happened across the different eras of our history. And we know that fans love to recreate these moments on shelf. So we want to really provide that opportunity for you the best that we can. And we're always working hard to bring a good balance to the assortments to satisfy our fan base. And lastly, we are always looking for ways to maximize our tooling library to deliver the best value and diversity to our fans. Sometimes we can even plan ahead, create some new characters with alternate heads or hairstyles, and keep them set aside for future use too.
Okay, let's see what we've got next. Can we get more full team packs? Okay, I can take that. Obviously Power Rangers had some of the best full team cameos ever out of any brands, in my opinion. And we're always looking for cool ways to bring those kinds of offers to you guys. So we're listening to the things that you're looking for and what you're demanding. But the one thing that we really have to balance is these full team packs, because they include so many figures, can have a higher price point. So going forward, we're gonna definitely try and bring you more multi-packs, but just try and do it in a way that makes the most sense from a price point, but also a demand standpoint. So next we have, how do you plan to address deco and paint quality control in the future? Corey, you want to speak to that one?
Sure, I can do that. All right, yeah, so to address the deco, we're looking at new processes and techniques to make the coolest, most accurate, and most exciting figures ever. Some of these techniques include the photoreal printing for the faces, which has been featured on some of Hasbro's other lines like Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series. But we're really trying to push the capabilities of this technology to get the best product possible. We're also looking at new processes and checkpoints during the development cycle where we can review the figure prototypes more carefully than ever before. The future is certainly looking bright for the Lightning Collection, and so we are so excited to be part of that future with our Rangers fans.
All right, so next up, I think we have one more question. When is Beast Morphers coming back in the US, and can you tell us anything about Dino Fury? I can answer that one. So we're definitely loving Beast Morphers right now, and we're super excited that new episodes are coming back, and they're premiering next month on Nickelodeon, so definitely look for that. It's crazy that we're right around the corner from the season finale already for this series, and that we have this crazy 3-part special crossover event coming up where we're going to feature all kinds of iconic villain cameos and cross-season team-ups from Rangers from other seasons, so definitely check it out. Alongside that, we do have some cool news coming for 2021 with the new Dino Fury series that we're super excited about. So definitely follow us at Power Rangers on social because we'll have new news coming out soon.
Power Rangers.
With that, I think we're done for the day. The squad pulled it out again, foiled yet another evil plot. Thanks everyone for joining us, and as always, stay tuned for more Power Rangers news to come.
All right, thank you guys.
Rangers.
Power Rangers. I went the wrong way.
All right, thank you guys.